What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel with your host that does the most, Evan Youngblood Williams here. And in today's video, we are going to be kicking off the Female Personality Traits 101 series, talking about the Sigma female. So before we get into the video, I'm going to ask that you guys go ahead and smash that like button real quick, because that helps YouTube boost my videos in the algorithm, and that helps out the channel. Also, if you haven't done so already, make sure to go copy some merch by clicking the link in the description below. As a matter of fact, I got one of my shirts on right now that says "Spirituality Never Stops." So just forewarning you guys, I will be wearing this shirt in future videos a lot. So just get prepared for that. And also make sure to go ahead, if you're brand spanking new to this channel, to go ahead and subscribe and click that bell right next to it so you get notified every single Friday that I upload these videos. And also make sure, if you are a subscriber that's new, or if you've been subscribed to my channel for a while, I have a private Facebook group for this specific channel. The link to that is also in the description below. So make sure to go ahead and do that real quick before you continue to watch the rest of the video. And last but not least, make sure to go ahead and click the link in the description below to claim your free guided meditation that I made. Make sure to go get it. It's a free gift from me to you for being on this channel. No matter how long you've been here, you can still go ahead and get it. And without further ado, let's get into the video. All right, guys, so the very first trait of a Sigma female is that she is primarily aware of power dynamics. And she is aware, which means that she is not only aware of the weaknesses within others, but she's also aware of the weaknesses in herself. And that she, really deeply analyzes the weaknesses of herself and every single person in the group. It's not like she's just doing it on the surface level and just, going ahead and just ignoring the deep stuff. Like, no, she actually dives deep into, really being aware of her own weaknesses and the power dynamics in the tribe. You know what I mean? And unlike the alpha, Sigma females do not want to be controlled or dominate the group. They just want to add value. And that's like the primary cause of all Sigma females, just like their Sigma male counterparts. They are focused on bettering themselves and also analyzing the group. And then they combine, that knowledge together to really, add as much value to the group as they possibly can. And then also, they attract the alpha by the ability, like I said, to add value to the tribe. Because, alphas are known as the leaders of the group. Sigmas are leaders too. But like I said, they don't want to dominate a group or control them. And because she's, aware of the weaknesses in herself, she takes proactive measures to work on those weaknesses, right? She doesn't just sit there and say, okay, I know I got all these weaknesses, but, and she doesn't do anything about it. Like, she really gets to work immediately on eradicating those weaknesses and even turning them into strengths, right? You may be asking, like, what does that have to do with power dynamics within the group? Well, it has everything to do with it. Like, for example, if you try to get to know everybody else, but you don't get to know yourself, then are you really helping anybody, or is it, hurting the group? And there's this quote that says, I think it was by either Plato or Socrates, that said that, there is no virtue in living a life unexamined, or something like that. I'll have the quote screenshotted right here so that you guys can see it in its entirety, because I probably just like butchered it all up. But, there's a lot of weight to that truth, and Sigma females know this deeply in the back of their minds. So they just go do the work on themselves behind the scenes to work on them, and also study the power dynamics in the group. And this gives them an unfair advantage over the average tribe person, because the average person in a tribe is not trying to do all that. They're just focused on the day-to-day and just surviving instead of thriving. You know what I mean? So with that being said, let's move on to the second point. So the second trait of a Sigma female is that she has a dynamic personality. And what this means is that they're versatile in a way that they express themselves. They don't just express one aspect of themselves, they express all aspects of themselves, because they realize in order to really get the most out of, every relationship and to add value to a tribe, she knows that she has to be her authentic self 100% at all times. It doesn't matter where she's at. She's always expressing all aspects of her personality. And this is what, really draws, other tribe members to her, because she simply is, free spirited and free flowing in how she expresses herself. And, because of that, they're hyper aware of their multi-dimensionality. And this really does add to her, aura and her nature, along with her mysteriousness though. Because, the thing about both Sigma males and females is that they are highly mysterious and they keep people on their toes. So even when you think that you have a Sigma female or male figured out, they surprise you with some other trick up their sleeve, which makes you think oh my goodness, damn, I didn't know such and such can do something like that. Yeah, they could. They just were waiting for the right time. And because you got too comfortable in what you thought you knew of her, you were just completely taken aback by what she's shown you, right? And, because of their mysteriousness, they are hard to read. So a lot of people get frustrated with Sigma females because, you thought that you, like I said, had them nailed down, but then they go ahead and show you something else, and then you're just all over the place and taken aback and really you're just really dumbfounded, but yet you're amazed at the same time. And this is a lot of Sigma females' superpower. So with that being said, moving on to the third point. So the third trait of a Sigma female is that they're highly spiritually attuned. And one aspect of this is that they have their masculine and feminine energies well balanced out together. And, because of that, they don't get easily thrown off by all the little inconveniences of life, because they realize that, it ain't no point in tripping over nothing or getting mad when something doesn't work out, something doesn't go as planned. They just brush it off their shoulder it is what it is. Stuff happens in life, and they just have not a nonchalant attitude, but they're just detached from, a specific outcome of how something's supposed to go. And because they are not thrown off so easily by the inconveniences of life, they're able to pivot easier to find a solution to not only their problem, but also the problems that other fellow tribe members may be going through. And so, that's another thing that you can learn from a Sigma female, is learning how to pivot in life and to adapt to different circumstances instead of getting so hung up on, something not working out. And also, because they are well balanced, they often inspire other tribe members to be balanced as well. You know what I'm saying? They're able to easily help their fellow tribe members because they figured out how to balance their own energies. And, they add so much value to the tribe because of their leadership in terms of that. So if you are a well-balanced person, then you more than likely are a Sigma female. And, everybody just pretty much looks up to you. They see you as the leader, and, you're just a positive example that inspires them to want to do better. Because that's overall what Sigma females do, is that they inspire everybody else to just become a better them. And also another thing is that tribe members can feel the peaceful energy radiate from her energy field. And because of that, they don't have to try to command the room. Because as soon as they walk into a room, They don't have to be saying anything. They can just be chilling by themselves, doing their own thing. But as soon as they walk in the room, you can just feel her energy and her presence. And so, you don't even have to try hard. So chances are, if this describes you, then you are indeed a Sigma female. Or if you are a man that's watching this, you may be trying to understand your significant other, or trying to understand, females in general. Well, if she has the ability to do this, then she is indeed a Sigma female. And also, Sigma females walk through the flames and come out stronger. And what I mean by this is that, they went deeply within themselves and they faced their fears head on. And because they're facing all of their fears head on, they're able to burn them off because, like I said, they face them. They know what fears exactly that they have, and they realize that holding on to those fears no longer serves them. So they face them and they let them go with ease. And because of that, they're able to walk out of the other side stronger and more resilient and more balanced individuals, And, they obviously make time for spiritual practices, because how else can you be spiritually attuned if you don't work on balancing your energies and, praying and meditating and getting all of that in to make sure that you heighten your connection to God or source or whoever it is you pray to, basically. So with that being said, let's move on to the fourth point. So the fourth point in this video about the Sigma female is that, they're comfortable in being alone. And because of their lone wolf nature, they can stand being by themselves for a long periods of time. So it doesn't trip them up that they're alone a lot of the times. And, because of this coronavirus outbreak that's going on, we're still ordered to social distance from each other and to stay at home, to quarantine, to make sure that we slow down the spread of the virus. But with Sigma females, it doesn't bother them one bit. Even though they're social creatures, they don't get bothered so much by the idea that, they have to be by themselves with themselves, because they pretty much do that on a daily basis anyways. And she's willing. It doesn't mean that she's not willing to take help from other tribe members, but it also means that she doesn't need it either, because she doesn't need to feel good about herself and to thrive based upon, what other people do for her, because she can, take care of herself and she meets her own needs on a daily basis anyways. But the moment that you do offer your help to her, she's going to more than likely accept it, because she's not going to be in her ego and let her pride take over and prevent her from seeing amazing opportunities, because she's all about that expansion and growth. And because, she's comfortable being alone, she's just in a class of her own. You know what I'm saying? She can do bad all by herself and just lead a happy, healthy lifestyle, And they, like the Sigma male, like to spend their time alone learning new skills so that they can add value wherever they go. So oftentimes, you'll notice that with Sigma females that they'll disappear from the public for a very long period of time, because they got a couple of projects cooking up behind the scenes, and they don't want to reveal all of what they're working on to the world, because they realize this fundamental rule that, you have to move in silence sometimes, and you can't reveal everything to everybody, because if you do, they're going to try to come in and sabotage it and dilute your dreams and get you to doubt yourself, simply because they can't wrap their head around why you have such a huge vision for your life. You know what I mean? And, because of this, it paradoxically helps them to be able to make friends easily and thrive in different social groups, because, they're learning the new skills. They're taking the time to learn different personality types. They're taking the time, to study psychology, to read people, to study spirituality, and to do all of this stuff to make sure that, she's a better person and that she can add value wherever she goes. And another thing is that they don't get sad if they're single. And if it means that they have to be single for the rest of their life, they're more than happy to, because they learn to master the art of sitting with themselves in silence and just enjoying their own company. So without further ado, let's get to the very last point, guys. So the very last point of the Sigma female video is that they see the tribe as their children. And what do I mean by this? This means that their main priority is in taking care of the tribe. And because it is, she realizes that, you know, by having children, she's having to split her focus between taking care of them and taking care of the tribe at the same time, which is very time consuming, and it's going to cause her to burn out. And so she usually isn't in a rush to bear children at all. It doesn't mean that they don't want to have children. It just simply means that for the time being, they want to focus on just taking the tribe / taking care of one thing at a time, you know? And she actually improves the survival rate of the tribe by not having children, because that allows her to take the time to sit with herself and to develop new skills and hobbies, and to also, you know, spend more time getting to know what she wants and diving deeply within herself. And then after she figures out what she wants and the tribe is taken care of, then, you know, later on down the line, they might bear some children, you know. And last but not least, Sigma females empower the other females in the tribe to know that their value is not based upon if they're married and having children, right? And so that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching this. I hope that you guys enjoyed, you know, this, you know, kickoff of the Female Personality Traits 101 series. And if you did, make sure to go ahead and smash the hell out of that like button. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it helps tell YouTube that you guys are getting value from this video, and that, you know, it's gonna push this video to get more exposure. And also make sure to go ahead and click that subscribe button if you are brand spanking new to the channel, and click the bell right next to it so you guys get notified every single Friday that I upload videos to this channel. And also, if you haven't done so already, make sure to go ahead and copy some merch right now by clicking the link in the description below to get you at least a t-shirt like the one I'm wearing right now. You know, the link to that is in the description, like I said. And also, you know, if you haven't joined my private Facebook group as a subscriber, go ahead and click that link right now so you can go ahead and send a request. You can request to be in a group, and I'll go ahead and get you in and get you accepted, give you a little welcome party, you know, all that good stuff. And if you haven't gotten your free guided meditation already, make sure to go ahead and click the link in the description below as well to claim your free copy, because go ahead and get it. It's so good. It's so powerful. I'm not hyping this up just because I made it, but because it's actually really good and I put some time into it. So go ahead and click the link in the description and get yours today. And with that being said, make sure to be on the lookout next Friday for when I release the alpha female personality type video. And with that being said, peace in and out with the highest vibes, and I'll catch you guys next Friday.